Hey everybody and welcome. I'm here to bring you another really cool deck profile, one that I actually did play this weekend and came second at a pretty big locals, like probably one of the bigger ones we've had in Ireland as well. So myself and Liam and Owen went up to Dublin recently and we went to both Underworld Gaming and we went to Gamers World. And there was two events. There was a locals and, well, it's kind of like a tournament that we do every month where all the Digimon players around Ireland meet up in Gamers and play a big tournament. And then the other one was a win-a-box in Gamers World, which was so much fun. And like, it was a whole weekend of just Digimon because I had played the regional on the Saturday as well. Only did okay with that, but to be fair, for the regional I was playing D-Reaper. Yeah, I jumped on that villain bandwagon, of course, how could you not? It's too fucking funny not to. D-Reaper is not the deck I'm bringing you today, I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail. I'm bringing you the Mastemon-Ordinemon deck profile. I've seen so many different lists of Mastemon, and I think this one is probably one of the better ones to go with. I know there's some Mastemon decks that play a high-low end, but I don't think that's the way to go. I think having a big high end gives you such a huge toolbox. The way I see this deck is like it's a wild stallion. If you're kind of humming and hang about your decisions, like, I could go this way or I could go this way, but not fully committing to what you're doing, then yeah, you're gonna lose. But if you go in very confident in your decisions and yes, I'm going to do this, we're going to play this Flame Hellside, we're going to bring out this level 5, we're going to kill that Digimon across, who cares if we're giving them this much memory, like they're going to need it to try and come back. If you go with that type of attitude of this deck, I find it really works in your favor. The Ordinemon Mastermon deck has such a high ceiling. It is a toolbox deck. It literally has an out for every situation. And that's something I really like about it. It is hard to play. There's a lot of thinking involved. So if you are not one of those people who like a deck that you have to think about a lot, then this deck's not for you. Go play D-Reaper. It's fun, and we'll get into the deck profile now. But before I do, I just want to say I didn't do the most amazingly in Gamers World, but I switched back to D-Reaper because after playing my Ordinary Mastemon, I needed to give my brain a break. So I went back to my D-Reaper. So I played D-Reaper for the regional and I played D-Reaper for the Gamers, and then I played Ordinemon for the Underworld. Let's get into the deck profile and let me know if you want to see the D-Reaper profile as well. I mean, most profiles are pretty much the same for D-Reaper because you kind of have to play most of the D-Reaper cards and we know which ones are good. But I have a few different things in there. I don't know, you've probably seen the same type of deck. Anyway, let me know if you do want the deck profile, because I did go 130th out of 500 people. And yeah, that's not the worst. I just, the skin of my teeth, missed out on 128 and I'm so sad about that, but that's okay because we came second at Underworld with this Ordinemon deck profile, so let's get into it. To start off with our eggs, I am playing 4 of the Angelmon because drawing is pretty cool and trashing is even cooler. And then the Devi Man, which is a draw trash. The reason I'm playing the Angelmon over the Devi Man is literally just because I don't want my dudes to have to die to get the draw trash. Next up, I'm playing 3 of the Ghazimon because gaining back a load of memory is a thing that both Alphamon and I think Raggedlemon as well do it, but a lot of decks just love gaining back memory this format, so let's stop that with our Ghazis. Then I have 3 Angelmon. Cool inherit effect. Most of the time when you play another purple Digimon, gain a memory. It's a nice effect and the card's pretty good, and it gives you that yellow sometimes that you need for your dual colored options. Then one of the most important cards in the deck, you have the Catamond. The searching ability is amazing. The Digivolving for 1 into an angel or a fallen angel is even more amazing. And the DNA Digivolving once you pass over the turn is the most important effect in the entire deck. I'm playing 1 Rush Catamond for those games where, again, it's a toolbox deck. You need to kind of be able to cover everything, and I've used this guy as my rush guy, but also the Retaliation actually came up quite a bit against much bigger Digimon, where I'd have maybe a stack with a Ophanamon Falldown mode on top, and it had Retaliation, So the Falldown one, I've already gotten the recover from it. Then I'm able to just swing it into a dude that's bigger with the Retaliation, and her effect then can bring back level 4. Pretty cool. This card's pretty cracked. It's quite cool. Comes out in security, which will trigger off your Mastermon effect. And then if this Digimon has 2 or more colors, gain 2 memory on deletion. So again, a little bit of extra memory. A little bit of extra memory is always nice. Then we have 3 of the Magna Angelmon. Digivolves onto the Catamond for 1, but ideally you don't want to be digivolving him, you want to be hard playing him and getting the recovery. And the giving a little bit of extra DP when you have 3 more security, or for each 3 security you have, is also kind of a cool effect that does come up a lot more often than you think it does. I'm playing 1 of the Angelwoman. I might bump this up to 2 though. I think it's a really good card. The giving -2 security checks is super cool, because especially with the big stacks who are trying to go in for OTK, give their -2 security. Sorry bud, no chance. Then as well, it gives your level 6 an extra security check. So if you go into your level 6 of your Mastermon, do security check +1, and then at the end you digivolve into your Ordinemon. Your DNA digivolving into the Ordinemon, then your Ordinemon suddenly has security check +1. I'm playing 1 of the Lady Devi Man. She's good for searching your Angelwomans, your Angelmons, and your Lady Devis, and your Neo Devis, which we do play in this deck as well. And all of your yellow Digimon have Retaliation, also for a really cool effect. Makerakmon, Vicious mode. Absolutely vicious, like it says. On playing with Digivolving, when you trash 1 card in your hand, if you trash a purple card, delete your opponent's level 3, and if you trash a yellow, it's -3000 DP. This in tandem with a Flame Health Sight is -9k DP. That's quite a lot for just paying 6 to be able to bring this out, and then maybe that could be your other 2 color for whatever other Digimon you have on board to go into your Mastermon. I'm playing 2 of the BT3 Lady Devi Man. Being able to draw and trash a load is really, really cool. I didn't really use her inherit effect that much. When you use an option card, delete 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, but I guess it could come up, especially if they have like 2 Ghazis on board, kill 1 with the Flame Health Sight, use the option card, and then you can delete 1 of your opponent's level 3s, or if you're using the Calling from the Darkness, might help as well. Playing 1 Neo Devi Man. He's a fallen angel, so he does go on top of your Catamond for a cost of 1, which is super cool. And then when an opponent plays a Tamer, gain 3 memory, so their 4-cost Tamer now costs 7, so that is really cool. And then the opponent's turn, when the opponent's Tamer becomes suspended, gain a memory, so turns off Parkour Mimi, which is kind of cool. And E1 Ghazimon Chaos mode. You only need 1, because as soon as you see him, you keep recycling him in and out of your security. Bring him out, killing a Tamer in a level 6, and then killing whatever else with Mastemon, and then do it all over again. I'm playing 3 of the Mastemon. I actually prefer this art over this art. I don't know. Let me know what your opinions are in the chat. But we know her effect at this stage. When you DNA Digivolve into her, you can take 1 of your yellow or purple dudes from your trash and put it into your security, and then bring out a level 5 or lower. And then obviously when it comes out, when the level 5 comes out of the security, you can kill a level 5 or lower. Or if you bring out your Ghazimon, you can kill a level 6 and a level 5, which is kind of cool, or a Tamer and a level 5 or lower. I'm playing the 1 of Phenomon Falldown mode, like I said, on top of the Rush Gatto. Obviously you want to use your Rush Gatto as a game kind of finisher, but sometimes it happens that you rush him with Retaliation and then kill something that's way bigger, which you can bring out a level 4 or lower. Also the recovery effect is really cool, and the killing a level 4 or lower is pretty cool if you've got a purple dude underneath. Comes in clutch sometimes. Now I'm playing 2 Raggedlemon. This card is super cool, and I have used it so much. So on play, you can bring back a purple level 5 or lower. However, if you are on 1 or less security, you can bring back a level 6. So I don't know, bring back your Mastermon or your Phenomon, and then that allows you to, at the end of your turn, so when the turn passes over, you can go into your Ordinemon and completely clear their board. I've gone from having nothing on board and 1 security, and then having an entire board, to me hard slamming this, clearing their board, and my security is back at full. Very, very cool. The last of the level 6 I'm playing though, before we get into the Ordinemon, is 2 Zakuyamon. This card came up so much against stack decks, because a lot of people are hiding their stacks in raising, and then when they bring the stacks up, -3 security checks. So they're going to have to use their giant stack to try and get rid of the Suyukamon. This is amazing against Grandis, and if the Black Orgray players do leave their stacks in security, which probably shouldn't because they need all of their effects, but this card is absolutely amazing, and just it came up so much, like toolbox deck for sure. Okay, and then we are playing the 2 Ordinemon. You need to Digivolve into this. You need level 6 and a level 6 purple and a level 6 yellow. So any of your level 6s work for this. And then you can delete one of your opponent's level 6 or higher and all of their level 5 or lower, and then recover one for each one that's been deleted. And then if anyone tries to delete her, you can just trash the top card of your security to bring her back so she can be a giant beat stick. Then we have 2 of the Death Xmon. This card can be splashed into literally any deck, and I have been splashing it into literally every deck. You reduce its memory cost by 3 for each Digimon and Tamer your opponent has, so I have played this for 2 before. It digivolves 1 on all of your opponent's Digimon, and then it deletes all level 4 or lowers. But then, its end of opponent's turn effect is probably one of the most important effects this has. Delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Like, it's such an annoyance for people and they have to try and play around it or get rid of it. So it can give you time sometimes. Moving on to our option cards. I have 3 Chaos Degradation. This card is so good, especially when it's hidden security, because it just stops the big stacks altogether. Unless you Congo. Congo is the only thing that works against this, honestly. It's just such a good card in security because it doesn't kill. It places your opponent's Digimon face down at the top or the bottom of your opponent's security stack. Now I always put it to the bottom and trash the top card because I don't like surprises. I'm playing 3 Flame Health Scythe. Like I said, this is great for bringing back Make Crack mode. Make Crackmon Vicious mode. You can delete basically a 9 cost or 9000 DP. But also just being able to kill something and bring back one of your level 5s is absolutely crazy. I'm playing 2 Calling from the Darkness for those times when you need to get your dudes that are engraved back in your hand, like your Mastemons, your Ordinemons, your Raggedlemons. Very good card for doing that. And then we have Tamers. So I'm playing 3 of the Carry. If you have 2 memory, set it to 3, so she's a memory fixer. And when a card is added to your security stack, you can suspend her to gain a memory, which is cool because your Mastermon does that, your Angelmon does that, your Ordinemon does that, so you can gain quite a good bit of memory from that. And then finally for the deck, we are playing 3 of the Mako, and she's really cool. She makes however many you have of these on board. She makes your 2 color cards 1 less, so your Make Crackmon Vicious mode is now a 5 cost, and your Ghazimon is now a 4 cost, which is so cool. And also her trashing ability, so her on-play ability, is super valuable for this deck. So reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 purple or yellow, and then you trash the rest. So you're filling up your graveyard for your Mastermon. So this is the final product of the deck. Let me know what you guys think, and best of luck with your Mastermon. Remember, stay hydrated when you're playing this deck because there's a lot of thinking. It's like taking an exam sometimes, but it is really fun and it is very problem solvery. So if you're like someone who really enjoys like problem solving and trying to figure out how to win through problem solving, this is definitely the deck for you. See you all next time. Bye bye.